This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
This really is the most wonderful time of the year. It's the annual Hazleton Area School District Olympics for children with special needs at Eagle Rock Resort. We'll talk with some of the kids and the people who helped pull off this amazing event. Happy Friday, friends, and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Kara, and this is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. Here's your Friday headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. An early morning two-car crash just south of Shepton sent 3 people to the hospital. The 2 cars collided on Route 924 in East Union Township around 5:45 a.m. 2 people inside one vehicle and 1 person in the other were taken to the hospital. 1 went by helicopter. State police in Frackville are investigating. A pedestrian is in critical condition after being struck by a car on West Broad Street yesterday. It happened just after 5:30 yesterday afternoon in front of the Hazleton Shopping Center. Hazleton police report that the pedestrian, a 68-year-old man from Hazleton, was crossing the roadway from north to south when it was unsafe to do so and was struck by a car driven by 70-year-old Janet Kiek of Tamaqua. Kiek was traveling east on Broad Street. Police say the man suffered life-threatening injuries and was in critical condition as of 9 p.m. last night. The driver was not injured. Anyone with information regarding the accident is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or by dialing 911. Well, it's one of our favorite events to cover, the Hazleton Area School District Winter Olympics. It was held at the Base Lodge at Eagle Rock Resort in Drums, with fun activities held both indoors and out. This year's theme was Dr. Seuss. Lisa Sugart and I stopped by today to talk with the organizers and the kids who are having a blast.
This is our Winter Olympics. We get all of our special education kids out to have fun in the snow, to do activities, and just have a good time.
Now, you work closely with Eagle Rock and Misericordia University to put this all together. So tell us about that.
Eagle Rock has been fantastic. Every year they have gone above and beyond to help us out. They give us this beautiful lodge to have our party at. They build snow tubing hills for us. I can't say enough about how wonderful the staff at Eagle Rock has been. And College Misericordia, their OT students, of course, help plan all these wonderful activities that we have, and their students are getting real-world experience with the kids, so it's a win-win for everybody.
It's about giving back to the community. It's all about the kids, bring them out. Some of them don't go out to enjoy the snow like other kids do, so this is the way we open up Eagle Rock Resort and show them what it's all about to play in the snow.
How thrilled are you when you see the faces of all these kids?
Oh, it's a permanent smile.
So what are they all doing here today? Tell us about the events.
The big event is snow tubing, which everybody loves. We have snow tubing, we have sleigh riding, we have luging, curling, all types of winter outdoor events that you would actually see in the Olympics.
Why was it so important for you to be part of this day?
It's great to come out and take what we're learning in class and reading in a book and get to experience it. See the joy on all the kids' faces. I think that's the best part about it.
Is this your first time here?
Yeah, this is my first year coming here, so it's really great. Misericordia gives you all these opportunities to just come out and do things like this. I think it's really great.
What are you doing here today?
Having fun.
What's your favorite thing to do?
All of them. Like all of the above.
Is there anything that's really hard to do?
Walking on ice.
I agree with that one. Do you look forward to this every year?
Yes.
I heard you made a mask, Diego. What kind of mask?
It's a cat in a hat.
Oh, the cat in the hat for the theme.
About 130 students took part in today's Winter Olympics. The day concluded with a parade and awards. The 44th Annual March for Life took place today in Washington, D.C. These are photos from the rally and march courtesy of members of Pennsylvanians for Human Life, the Southern Luzerne County chapter. Vice President Mike Pence became the first sitting vice president to address the crowd. He was joined by Kellyanne Conway, an advisor to President Trump. Buses from our area made the trip in hopes of having the Supreme Court overturn the Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion. Recently, 22-year-old Michael Geraci of Hazleton talked with Diane Sawyer of ABC News about his student loan debt. Geraci graduated from Susquehanna University with $120,000 worth of student loans. He pays around $1,200 a month to pay them back, and that steep cost cost him a great job on the West Coast since he couldn't afford to live out there and pay back his student loans. He wanted to speak up for others around the country who are in the same boat as him, so he did the ABC News interview.
I think that in junior year or even before junior year of high school is when kids should start being educated, or at least encouraged to go and research financial aid and what the average student debt is in the U.S. Those are questions I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what the average debt was, so when I was getting my student loans and my financial aid, I didn't know that this isn't normal. I'm paying like 5 times the normal average rate in the U.S. So I think that it's important for high school students to be educated early on these so they can make educated decisions.
Do you think we'll look back on this generation and say, they kind of paid the price for all this? Like, this was the generation that it kind of hurt, that we learned from, unfortunately.
That's what I'm hoping for. I have an 11-year-old sister, and I just talk about how I don't want her to go through this. Like, you need to do really well in high school to get, hopefully a full ride or, very good scholarships. Like, I did well in high school. I got like a 3.5. I mean, around here, that's pretty good. Yeah, awesome. And in college, I got the same thing. I got a 3.5. Yet I didn't get any scholarship I needed. So I don't want her and her friends and, whoever her age to have to go through this. I think hopefully it's just like my generation that suffers.
Currently, Geraci is working at Walmart and living with his parents. He hopes to move to Long Island and find a job in the city. There's a little preview of Geraci's interview with ABC News available on Facebook. We'll share that link on our Facebook page. He says he's waiting to see if his full story will make it on 2020. In the meantime, you can hear more from Geraci on an upcoming Hazleton Power podcast available on their Facebook page, and that show is produced with the help of SSPTV. Well, coming up on SSPTV News, I'll tell you about a record-breaking local swimmer, and Ron Marchetti looks back at the week in sports with short shots. After this break, we'll tell you how a local jewelry store is helping provide safer streets in one community.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios John Sienkiewicz. He is the president of Safer Streets for Tamaqua Little Feat and the organization doing its part to help out those in need in the community. There are giving trees placed throughout Tamaqua. You want people to be aware of that, and also a very special event taking place this Saturday where they can donate to help those in need.
Yes, the giving trees are in partnership with the Salvation Army, Safer Streets for Tamaqua's Little Feat, Tamaqua Borough Council, and Tamaqua Auto, who donated the location for the third tree.
Now, where are these trees and what are they?
They are Christmas trees. One's a live tree. The first one is inside the lobby of the Salvation Army on Broad Street in Tamaqua. The second tree is at 5 Points, the intersection of 209 and 309 in Tamaqua. And the third one is on 209 headed towards Coaldale at the old CVS building.
Now, tell us how this works, because people donate items and those items get put on the tree. Tell us why.
We have a lot of people, as do other communities, that could use a little extra warmth. We have been receiving donations when we started this November 18th of hats, scarves, gloves. The members of the Salvation Army and Safer Streets package these, seal them, mark what's in them, and then we put them out in the trees. Anybody in need can go and help themselves.
That's really nice that you do things like that. And now on Saturday, Sophie Jewelers in St. Clair is getting involved with this, and they're calling it Giving Hands. So tell us what they're doing.
If you go in and donate hat, scarf, gloves, Those are going right to Safer Streets and the Salvation Army for the Giving Tree. The Sophie Jewelers is donating 10% of all proceeds from that day to Safer Streets for the Giving Trees.
Alrighty. So you're hoping this is a great success, and this continues for a while yet because you want to make sure everybody's taken care of during the cold weather. So when are the trees up till?
The trees will be up until the end of February.
Okay. So if people can't participate in this, but they still want to help, do they give you a call? What do they do?
They can reach out to Safer Streets or the Salvation Army with donations for the items. Again, they can reach us at saferstreetstamaqua@gmail.com or 570-527-9278, or they can reach out to the Salvation Army.
All righty. If you can help, it would be greatly appreciated. Gloves, hats, scarves, warm items that can be placed on these trees, and you can drop them off this Saturday at Sophie Jewelers in St. Clair, or get in touch with John and you can donate because the collection will continue through February.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
This is one of the slopes I'm sure I've fallen down at Eagle Rock Resort. I'm an awful skier, but I can always appreciate the beauty as I'm rolling down a mountain. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low of 24 degrees. We'll have a west wind from 13 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, expect mostly cloudy skies with a high near 31. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. We'll have a low of 22 degrees. Sunday, the sun comes out partly sunny with a high near 30, and then at night, we'll drop down to 19 degrees, and we have a 20% chance of snow showers. Monday, partly sunny with a high only in the upper 20s. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 16. Tuesday, partly sunny, we'll get up near 30. And then on Tuesday night, 30% chance of snow showers, mostly cloudy, low of 23 degrees.
It is a very popular event held by the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. I'm talking about their women's luncheons that are held bi-monthly, and the first one of the brand new year is about to take place on January 31st. Here to tell us all about it is Leanne Falabelle, the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. This is a great event that you get a lot of people attending.
We do. Our women's luncheons are very popular events. Usually we have anywhere between, I'm going to say 40 and 70 women attend our luncheons. We have them bi-monthly. Like you said, our first one is going to be in January, so we'll go every other month until the end of the year, January 31st. It's a networking opportunity, but it's also an informational opportunity where we always have a guest speaker. So for this month, our guest speaker is Dr. Rachel Laskowski, and she is a family chiropractor at Life Expressions Wellness Center. And she is going to do an interesting topic. It's called Chicken Soup and Chiropractic, and it's inspired by the Chicken Soup and Rice books that are very popular. And she's going to talk about how chiropractic can help you be a better you in the new year. She's going to go over the importance of a healthy nervous system. That's really what her practice focuses on. So she's going to go over that. She's going to provide helpful tips for your New Year's resolutions and actually how to stay motivated and keep those New Year's resolutions intact.
Sounds like good advice. And for those who want to go, do you have to be a member of the chamber to go?
All women from throughout Greater Hazleton are invited to attend all of our women's networking events. So that we do have a member rate is $18 and a non-member rate is $25. Lunch is included. We do a buffet lunch. We have some prizes that we give away. We always have some door prizes. We always have an opportunity to win the opportunity to introduce yourself at the event, which is a nice little infomercial. So you have, again, going back to the networking, that's the reason why we do provide these programs. And it's just a really great event. It's an hour. It's from 12 until 1. So we like to, we recognize that people are taking the hour out of their lunch during their lunchtime, so we make sure our program ends promptly at 1 o'clock and you're back to the office.
And this one is being held on January the 31st at noon, and it's at Bonanza.
Yes, Bonanza on Route 93 in Hazel Township.
All righty. So again, you can register online or you can call the chamber?
Correct. Yep. Go to our website, hazletonchamber.org, go to our calendar of events, and click on January 31st, and you can register right there. Or if it's easier to call our office, just call and give us a call, and we'll make your reservation for you.
All righty, can't be any easier than that. It is the Women's Luncheon taking place Tuesday, January 31st at noon at Bonanza Restaurant on Route 93, right across from the Laurel Mall. So give Leanne a call or go to their website to click and register. It's that easy, and you will be part of that special event.
Thanks, Lisa. Here's Friday's green screen. Your midday winning lottery numbers: pick 2, 8, 9, pick 3, 9, 2, 0, pick 4, 3 4s, and a 3, pick 5, 0, 3, 6, 4, 0. This is Captain Ken to Lieutenant Sulu the Cat. Start transmitting Adopt Me.
Hello again. Here I have with me Ricky. Ricky is a senior Chihuahua mix, probably about 6 or 7. Like all of our dogs, however, he is fully vaccinated, neutered, and tested for heartworm and Lyme disease. He came up negative for both. Ricky is a little untrusting of strangers at first, but he's very susceptible to bribery with food. For Ricky, we're looking for somebody with experience with Chihuahuas and smaller dogs and knows how to keep them warm in the winter. We're not sure what Ricky's like with other dogs, so of course, as always, if you have one of your own and are considering adopting him, it's best to bring him or her down to do a meet and greet. Ricky is a very sweet, affectionate little dog who takes a little bit to warm up to you, but once he does, he's your best friend. That's it for this week's dogs. Let's have a look at our cat. And here I have with me Sulu. Sulu is a very affectionate and laid-back cat who's probably only about 8 to 11 months old. Like all of our cats, he's already neutered, current on his vaccines, and has been tested for feline leukemia and FIV, and of course has come up negative for both. Sulu does pretty well with the other cats here in the colony, so we recommend him not only for first-time pet owners, but for anybody who has cats as well. Sulu is way more affectionate than he is playful, but he does occasionally like to chase a mouse or a string. We think because of his friendly and outgoing nature, Sulu would probably do well in a home with children as well. That's it for this week's pets. If anybody at home is interested in adopting Ricky, Sulu here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazelton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Danny Berlitz is so good at swimming, he has never been it while playing Marco Polo in his entire life. I don't know if that's a fact, but this is the Marion swimmer continues to pocket pool records all around the Schuylkill League this season and throughout his career. He now owns the 200 freestyle record at Tamaqua, and he already had the 100 breaststroke record, but he broke it again because why not? Tamaqua's Rebecca Kanaski was honored at her team's meet against Monoy area for scoring her 1,000th point, and she celebrated by winning 2 individual events and taking part in 2 winning relays. The first season back for the North Schuylkill girls in the pool has been a good one thanks to a win over Pottsville. They will swim against Blue Mountain next week with the league title on the line in the Schuylkill League. Well, after being tied at halftime, Minersville went on an 11-2 run to open things up in the third quarter against Marion. They would hang on in that one even though Marion came back a bit. Monoy area's Jada Byron tied the game with about 30 seconds left and then scored the game winner to get the win over rival Shenandoah Valley, and Monoy area stays a game up on Marion. The Lady Cougars scored a crossover win against Berwick to move to 4-4 in Wyoming Valley Conference play. Hazelton area had 25 turnovers, but they forced 37 Berwick turnovers, and that had a lot to do with their signature press. Back to the Schuylkill League, where North Schuylkill beat Panther Valley. Avery Jordan had 34 points in that one. Tamaqua lost to Blue Mountain. MMI fell to Hanover area in boys basketball. Philip Byriel scored 13 points for the Preppers. I think it's Ron Marchetti time. Bring on the short shots.
The last Friday in January is almost over. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Short Shots. An interesting week. Hey, how about this? I made a point to get to Tuesday night's game early so I could finally get a good parking place for the Cougars Nanticoke game. Not only did I get a good parking place, it was the best parking place I ever had in my life for a game at McGeehan Hall. But it looked like a small crowd. In fact, no crowd, no visiting team bus, no game. Mother of God. My wife called me a bunya, but she was with me. The first time I ever went to a game when there was no game. But there was a game last Friday on the road. Hazelton area trounced Tunkhannock by 41 under the emergency rule on the hills of Old Tunkhannock. I wonder if Camp St. Andrew was still there. I went there 3 years in a row for a week when I was a kid. On that same night, Marion walloped Williams Valley by 31, and MMI lost to Lake Lehman by 5. Then on Tuesday, the Marion Colts stymied Schuylkill Haven behind Brandon Mohammed's 22. On Wednesday evening, the Marion Phillies slammed Schuylkill Haven by 50. Joseph's Jammers waltzed by Pittston area by 15. It was the Cougars' 10th straight win. They play a Berwick tonight, they're 11-2. The Hazelton Area Wrestling Club stayed in contention for the WVC flag with an easy romp over Coughlin. Mowers Marauders and his Cougar Matman have completed their conference schedule at 5-1. That could force a tie with the Mechanic, only if the Tigers lose to Pittston tonight or Dallas tomorrow. Last night, the Lady Cougars blew out Berwick at home. Gabriel's Gals are 8-6. The Marion Phillies lost to 18 Myersville by 22, but it was only 13-13.5. The Phillies are 10-5, and the MMI boys lost to Hanover by 5. Flanagan's Fair lost their second game in a row by 5 points. What else? Marion sophomore swimmer Danny Burlitz set a pair of Tamaqua pool records in the 200 freestyle and the 100 breaststroke yesterday. Super Bowl 51 in Houston became settled. Atlanta clobbered Green Bay 44-21, and New England diddled the hammer job over Pittsburgh 36-17. Two stinkeroos, especially for Packer and Steeler fan. In college basketball, Marquette knocked off number 1 Villanova, and I think I am done for tonight. Make it a good one. Till Monday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, be having a pierogi, halushki, and halupki sale Friday, February 3rd from 10 a.m. to 5:30. Please call ahead to secure your order, 570-929-2179. Our next announcement, the Tamaqua Community Arts Center, 125 Pine Street in Tamaqua, will be holding the Celtic Martins in concert Saturday, March 4th from 7 to 9. The Celtic Martins are from southeastern Pennsylvania and have been entertaining audiences for over a decade with their high-energy, fiddle-driven music and Irish dance. Cost is $15 per person, and for info, just call 570-668-1192. And finally, the American Cancer Society will be holding their 39th annual telethon called Rainbow of Hope on Saturday, February 25th from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The event will be held at the Health and Wellness Center in Hazleton, and the entire community is invited. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Catherine C. Yellow of Hazleton. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Good Shepherd Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. The Firo Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. William Russell Miller of Whitehaven. Private services will be held by the family. Anna Louise Goulis of Hazleton. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Rosenstock Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. Irma L. Masteller, formerly of Cunningham. Memorial is Saturday at 4 p.m. from the Butler Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. And William Brown, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements are under the direction of the Turnbach Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Bernadine Gambita of Drums. Bernadine, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
If you haven't seen the Vice News segment on Hazleton from HBO yet, check that out this weekend and watch some SSP TV. I'll see you back here on Monday. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.